And here we have a bowl that I just made in Photoshop. It's pretty easy. I just made a circle and then just by using gradients created the illusion of this sphere. But this is another tutorial for another project. Right now what we're going to do is we're going to look at wrapping text around a sphere. So the first thing we need to do obviously is to create some text. So we're going to grab our type tool and we're going to click on our document there. And let's type in the word ball. We want to make that white, so why don't we just select that just by clicking and dragging, and then we'll use the options bar this time and we'll just go to white, click OK, and we'll just drag this into the middle. So basically what we need to do is we need to make a selection around the shape of this ball. So we're just going to use the circular marquee tool here, and we're just going to start approximately in the middle. Now these are the keyboard shortcuts that are going to make life a lot easier for you when we draw these selections. If we hold down the Option key, that would be the Alt key on Windows, Option on Mac, it enables us to draw from the center. Now holding down the Option, and you kind of want to do that with probably your index finger, then use your pinky, hit the Shift key. So if we're holding down the Alt and the Shift, or the Option and Shift, we can draw a perfect circle from the center. Now why did I tell you to use those fingers? Because if you want to reposition this, just use your thumb and hit the space bar, and now we can move that whole selection around. Take off the space bar to keep drawing, and the space bar to position it. Now I just release the mouse and then release all my fingers, and I've made that selection all the way around that ball. Now we want to get our type. We want to make this kind of spherical shape so it looks like it's actually wrapping around the contours of this ball and not just sitting in front of it. So the first thing we have to do, as we know, if we want to adjust pixels, we have to adjust the type. We have to take it from a type layer, which is vector, into rasterized. So we just right click on it here. If we want to turn this into pixels, we go down to rasterized type and click that option. And now we have some text that we can edit. Okay, this is very simple. All we do is we just choose Filter Distort and then look for the Spherize option. And here we go. Here's the Spherize filter, and what this will do is it will make this go in the shape of a sphere. And we've got that amount turned up to 100. We can actually hit this minus key here if we want to see a preview of what our type is going to look like. We can see it there before, and then when I release it, that shows the effect. So actually all these filter dialog boxes work the same way. Click before, release it afterwards, and we can see the effect. We can zoom in and we can zoom out, and we can also pan around. So anyway, we're going to click OK to apply the effect. We can deselect, Control D, and there we go. We've basically wrapped our text around the shape of that sphere. And for a little bit more realism, there's a couple of things we could do. One, we could just drop the opacity a little bit if we want to keep that very, very strong white. Or the other thing we could do is we could just change the blending mode to overlay, and that also gives us a very pleasant effect. So in a nutshell, that's how we wrap text to the shape of a sphere.